Hi, welcome back to another episode of My Raw Vegan Journey. I'm Anjolie. It's nice to meet you. If you're a first-time viewer and you like the content on my channel, please click the subscribe button, tap the bell to be notified of all upcoming videos, and give me a like. If you would like to see more content or something specific, leave me a comment. Have a fruitalicious, fantabulous day. Thanks for watching. Well, hello, and we are back with another episode of My Raw Vegan Journey. Okay, here we have 2 medium-sized zucchinis, and I'm chopping the ends off, and we're going to process those in the food processor. This is equivalent to about 1 pound of zucchinis. You can cut them lengthwise into 4 quarters, depending on what type of food processor you have. This just makes it easier for it to get chopped up with the S-blade. Throw those in the processor. Blend until they are diced up nice and fine. And make sure to play with your cat when he jumps up on the sink to help. Okay, we're going to put this in a large bowl. Okay, next we're going to chop up our celery, which is close to 2 pounds of celery, if I were to guess.
You've got mail.
Oh, geez. I should remember to put my phone on mute, shouldn't I? Okay, this celery I bought from Aldi, so I believe it is a 2-pounder. By the way, all of my food is organic. And yes, I'm doing a voiceover. Okay, next we're going to chop up 3 carrots. They're about medium size. That's roughly about a half a pound of carrots. And always remember to be careful when you're chopping up anything. Keep those fingers out of the way. Here I have half of a red onion. I'm putting that in there as well. And a piece of celery that was left over from the last one. And a little bit of lime juice. Let's process that until it's nice and chopped up or diced up. Okay, I have some portobello mushrooms that I'm going to clean, and we're going to use these as a burger bun. Excuse me. Those are organic also. So what we are going to do is we are going to take a small paring knife, and we are going to cut these similar to what you would with a bagel. If you've ever eaten bagels, then you know that you have to cut them in half to get them in a toaster. Now, I used to eat cooked foods, but I have switched
since January of 2019 to a completely raw diet. And sometimes transitions can be rough for people changing, so this is where dehydrators come in handy, and we can make foods that kind of remind us of our cooked food, but they're actually still raw because we prepare them at a low temperature of 115 degrees or lower. So the inner parts of the mushroom are going to go in the food processor. We're putting this in the mix. Nothing gets wasted here. Even the scraps go into the compost. And again, all of my food is organic, and so I would suggest using organic. So take your mushroom after you've cut the edges and scrape the inside out. Now, the reason why I don't leave it completely flat is because when you're stacking your burger, you're going to be putting tomato and maybe slices of sweet onion on there, maybe some cucumbers or pickle slices. Who knows what all you want to put on there. But this way, if you put your tomato on last, that kind of gets housed inside the mushroom and holds it in place when you go to eat it like a sandwich. And I have found the best way to make these sandwiches is to put a layer of lettuce, like iceberg lettuce, or you can use romaine or any kind of lettuce that you want, but something that's firm enough to hold your sandwich, and then place your mushroom bun on top. So we're going to do the other two mushrooms the same way we did the first one. We're going to take out the stem, throw that in the processor, and we're going to cut about halfway down, just kind of even with the inside level of the mushroom. See how that comes off? And then it just makes it all straight and even. And then we'll scoop that out. Look how beautiful that is. Makes a nice little mushroom bowl too. Especially if you want to make some stuffed mushrooms. Oh my goodness, those are yummy. Okay, let's put those up in a Debbie Meyer bowl and put them in the refrigerator for later use. This will preserve them longer. Now we're going to add all of that together and mix it up really well. And once this is mixed, we are going to add about 1.5 tablespoons of organic caraway seed. That really gives it a nice flavor boost. If you're not familiar with caraway seed, those are the seeds that are used in rye bread. They give it that unique flavor. So if you don't like rye bread, blah, 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 blah. If you don't like rye bread, then skip this ingredient because you won't like these. But you can always try them. Taste one, chew it up, see if you like it. Oh, that smells so good. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm cutting the mixture in half, and I'm going to use half of it in the blender and add 2 cups of water total. But this is a process. We start out with about 1 cup of water and half of the half, so that's 1/4 of the mixture there. And we're going to blend that and turn it into a puree. And you'll see why here in a moment. This is a very important step if you want your burgers to stick. Unlike my Thanksgiving burgers that I made with avocado, because I wanted to do a nut-free, seed-free version. They stuck together somewhat, but they fell apart really easy. And these burgers should stick together a little bit better for you. Okay, so we're just blending this and adding more water. We've already put 1 cup of water, so we're going back for the 2nd cup. And a little bit at a time. We just want to get it blending. And that was about 1/2 cup right there. So we've got 1.5 cups of water in this first part. Turn that up on high speed and let her go. Grab a separate bowl, and we're going to pour half of this mixture into the bowl and leave half of it in the blender. Now we're going to put the other half of the vegetables in the blender with the already blended portion. And you see we've used up half of that. Okay, we're going to blend this, and we'll blend it until it has pureed, nice and liquidy. You want to scrape that blender out and get all that yummy, yummy stuff out of there. I know it doesn't look really great at the moment, but it's about to take shape. So we're just going to stir that up, get some stuff out of the way there. Next, we're going to get our grinder. And if you don't have a grinder, you can buy already ground up flaxseed. And we're going to grind up 3 tablespoons. That's approximately 11 grams of fat in this entire recipe. So this is a very low fat. If you're on the 80-10-10 diet, this is right in the guidelines. So these are 80-10-10 approved veggie burgers, with the exception of the flaxseed, which typically is not an optimal food. It's an okay food, but not optimal because we don't really digest seeds. We're not meant to. Seeds are meant to pass through our bodies so that they can go back into the ground and grow another plant. Yeah, I know that sounds gross, but that's how we used to do it back in the way back days, before bathrooms were invented. Okay, so let's pour this into the mix. And we're going to stir that up. And if you have a whisk, I would suggest grabbing that and giving this a good stir with your whisk. Make sure we want to get everything blended in. Make that flaxseed has to be incorporated into this mix really well. Now set your timer for 10 minutes. Let the flaxseed soak up the water. And in the meantime, you can wash your dishes, clean up the mess. I say when you're in the kitchen, clean as you go. And that keeps you from getting overwhelmed and having a whole lot to do later. Makes life so easy. Okay, we're back. And we are now going to combine the liquefied mixture with the chopped up veggies. Again, take your spatula and get all that yummy deliciousness out of that bowl. I know this is a lengthy process, but it is well worth it. And actually, total prep time was only about 30 minutes. And I have compacted this video for your viewing pleasure, so you don't have to sit through 30 minutes of prep. But the important parts I'm keeping in real time. So we're going to blend and stir this until everything is well combined. Now we're going to put this in the dehydrator, and we're going to put it on Flax sheets. If you have an Excalibur 9-tray dehydrator, this will only take 2 sheets. But if you have a smaller dehydrator, it'll probably take 3. But I have a 9-tray, fortunately, so I can get 9 patties onto 1 tray. And what we're going to do now is get a 1/2 cup measuring cup, which is the perfect size, and we're just going to scoop out that and place it on the tray and pat it down. Looking good already. And fast speed. This made 14 patties altogether. That's less than a gram of fat per burger.